Welcome to the very first episode of the Social Smarty Scoop, a new series for the Social Smarty Show where I share with you all the very latest updates in the world of social media marketing. Now, I've trawled through all the social media news over the past week and I've picked out just the bits that you need to know as a self-made business owner. So let's dive into the week's news. First up, hot topic of the week. Is TikTok on the way to being banned in the US? Now, the US House of Representatives has passed legislation that puts ByteDance, so the parent company behind TikTok, in a bit of a pickle. They have been told they'll need to sell the app within 6 months or risk it being banned in the States. Now, the bill is now sitting with the Senate, which tends to move a little bit slower. So it may take some time for us to actually see some action here. But in the meantime, of course, there is a ton of criticism around this move. Now, lots of creators in the US make their money through TikTok. Small businesses use it for marketing. And so some are really worried that this is actually impacting on their free speech rights. And of course, you've got the legal and diplomatic hurdles like, getting approval from China. It's Chinese owned, so it's going to be a very interesting time. Now, of course, there has been attempts in the past to ban TikTok, but they haven't stuck. This one is seeming a little bit more serious, so I will be watching this space very closely. Now, next up in our news is Meta Verified, so that is the paid subscription with Facebook and Instagram, has been sending out a questionnaire. Meta has sent out a questionnaire to some of its users to get feedback on what they might like to see included in their paid monthly subscription. So at the moment, you get very little for your money. You get a verified tick, which gives you obviously some protection around being impersonated because you've got that one verified official account. It gives you very average support access. So I haven't had much luck with accessing support through my verified channel. And it gives you a few other, really basic features. So in Meta's survey that it sent out to some of its users, it listed out a number of additional perks that could be added into that subscription. I'm going to read these out to you now, and I'd love to know from you if these would be enough or any of these would be enough for you to pay a monthly subscription for your Facebook or Instagram. So first up is original content protection. So the description here was request human reviews to ensure your original content is properly credited if your content is ever reposted. Now, I would expect that reposting is credited back to you, but some people do take screenshots, so I assume that's what they mean here. Next up is priority advertising reviews. So when you submit an ad, obviously it takes time to go through the review process before it starts running. This would put you into a priority queue so that your ads would start running faster. The next one I would definitely love to see, and that is a customer support phone line. So better access to customer support with request to call a support agent for common issues. Next up is another one that I would pay for, and that is adding clickable links to Reels. So add up to 8 links per month to your products or websites on your Instagram Reels. Next up is customer support case monitoring, a dedicated monitoring of your customer support cases to streamline support. Next up was branded messaging, so stand out as a professional business in message threads by monitoring how your messages appear to customers. For example, message colors and cover photos. So I imagine this makes your messages stand out a lot, over and above other messages that customers might be receiving. And then lastly, enhanced business verification. So stand out with a verified badge that confirms your business is who they say they are. Now, this one is already included, but maybe they're looking at making changes to that badge. So let me know, is this any of these interesting enough for you to start paying for Meta Verified? Now we're going to get into some quick updates. So Instagram is reportedly allowing users to share up to 15 photos or videos in an Instagram carousel. Now in the past, the limit has been 10. I haven't got this feature yet on my account, so it'll be interesting to see this roll out. Next up, from the 21st of March, LinkedIn is making changes to company pages. So in the past, you could set a custom button, which would sit really nice and prominently on your page, and often we'd use that to send people through to our website. But this is going to change, and you will now find this custom button hidden under More. So there'll be a messaging button, and then there'll be More where they click, and then your custom button will sit under there, so it won't be quite so obvious. Now, Instagram is working on the ability to post to the past, meaning that you can backdate a post so that it will show in chronological order on your profile, but it won't roll out in the feed. Now, you might think, well, what's the point? Well, for me, I have quite a visual theme to my account, and sometimes I get out of order. So I post in a particular order. And if I could go back and add another image that fits in when I make a mistake, that would be really helpful for me. Now, I don't recommend getting into the habit of creating that design or visual theme on your account because it can be a bit of a barrier to posting, but adding this feature would be really helpful for me. TikTok is reportedly working on a new photo sharing app really similar to Instagram. Instagram is testing a new feature for carousels, so when they are displayed in the Reels feed, which is interesting, they autoplay. So if they have videos, the videos would automatically play and images would automatically swipe through. So it's making a carousel post a bit more like a video and then pushing it out in the Reels section. Now, TikTok is rolling out a new analytics element called Creator Search Insights. This is really cool. It provides creators with info on what users are searching for in the app so that they can create content in line with interests. I think this is really cool, really useful. Instagram has been spotted showing single images in the Reels feed. What is Instagram playing at? Maybe they know that so many people are scrolling through Reels these days that they're trying to get us some extra reach by showing our single images in the feed. Now, LinkedIn is changing up its thought leader ads. Now, in the past, we could create ads for a company that were posted by our verified employees. Now, LinkedIn is taking that one step further, and you can now spotlight content from outside of your team. So if another creator, a person, a user on LinkedIn posts content about your business, you can request access to that post to create a sponsored ad and get that message out to more people. Now, of course, the original creator will have to approve the request. It won't be just a free-for-all where you can take anyone's post and turn it into an ad. Instagram is working on the ability to rename Reels drafts. Now, if like me, you have a ton of Reels drafts saved, this would be super useful to just give them a quick name so you can remember what they are. Pinterest has rolled out its body type ranges tool in the US, so you can choose your body type and find fashion inspiration to match that body type. And Instagram is experimenting with sending files through DMs. How useful would that be, where you could flick a file through to someone through your DMs in Instagram? And there you have it. That's all the latest news in the world of social media marketing. If you liked this first episode of the Social Smarty Scoop, I would love for you to give me a rating or a review wherever you're listening to this. This is going to be the easiest way for me to reach more business owners like you and find out if I should make more episodes of the Social Smarty Scoop. Don't forget to follow or subscribe if you haven't already, and come on over to socialsmarty.co and find out all the ways I can help you show up confidently and consistently on social media. Stay social.